Once your flow capacity has been calculated, then you can move on to the system curve section. So what you'll need is the static elevation high point in the force main, or if that's the discharge point into a sanitary manhole, and then the static elevation low point, which typically would be the pump off elevation in the wet well. These values can be found typically on a force main profile drawing. That will obviously calculate your static head. From there, we can move on to selecting what our force main material type is. We've got a few options here. For this case, we'll select HDPE, and then that automatically puts in a C factor a value, which that you can adjust if you want to default to 100. In this case, we'll leave it at 130. From there, you'll select your force main diameter. So there's a few options here. We'll stick with the 4-inch force main, and we can add additional force main fittings by selecting yes here. So we can add in a couple of 90s, the equivalent length, and the quantities. Also elbows or other fittings can be added into the force main calculation. And then from there, we'll move on to selecting the pipe tree or the pipe and valve tree that would typically be in a valve vault or an above ground no vault enclosure. So in this case, the standard pipe tree includes two 90s, two 45s, one T, and then obviously a check valve and a plug valve per pump discharge. So in this case, we will select that no, we are using a standard pipe tree. You can also select yes here and build out a custom pipe tree that is equal or less than the force main diameter. And then there's a whole different number of fittings that can be selected to build a custom pipe tree. From there, you can see your flow velocity in your force main, and then we'll need to take your force main length number and input that into the calculator. From there, you'll then see your total friction loss calculation and the total dynamic head calculation from your flow velocity through the force main, plus your static head, as well as giving you a force main retention time.